She gets a revolver, goes in, aims at him while he's sleeping. Last second, closes her eyes, pulls the trigger, and shoots the pillow next to him. The Belize government raids the compound under an accusation of manufacturing some Walter White substances, little Breaking Bad substances, right? McAfee ends up putting out a reward for $25,000 to catch the killer who killed Gregory Faull. John McAfee, if you're out there, bud, hit us up on the email. We'd love to have you on. This is the way for you to make your triumphant return. So Intel changes the name, right? Like I said. And this actually made McAfee really happy because he did not want to be associated with that anymore. It turned into this bastard child that he hated that had his name attached to it. And so he's introducing himself as John McAfee, and people instantly hate him because of McAfee antivirus. So he's stoked about that. He ends up falling in love with a 16-year-old SX worker named Amy. And, okay, full transparency, it was legal in Belize. Not saying it makes it morally okay, just saying it is still legal in Belize.
So he went somewhere in the world where it was okay to do that. Got it.
During a fight with this 16-year-old SX worker, he ends up going to sleep. She gets a revolver, goes in, aims at him while he's sleeping. Last second, closes her eyes, pulls the trigger, and shoots the pillow next to him. Clearly, she's gone, right?
Yeah.
Nope, he just moved her into a cabana that was a little bit outside of where they were staying. So she has her own cabana now because he can't trust her to sleep next to him anymore.
This sounds like some wild Ty Cobb shit. Like, this is fantastically insane.
It's only begun, my friend.
Amazing.
So why does this relationship matter? Amy introduces him to the underground of Belize, right? Being that she was an SX worker, she's got ties to all these different gangs, all these different, dealers and all this stuff. And McAfee goes, as you say, hard in the paint on it, right? So this dude decides he wants to become a warlord over there, right? So he starts taking people on. He's getting involved with the cartels, the drug wars, and the political corruption, okay? So he takes over an entire village named Carmelita, sets up a jail and a curfew, and he is like, you're not even going to call him the mayor. Like, he just runs the show. He's a dictator, right? Takes over a whole village in Belize and is like, this is my place now. A rival gangster threatened to kill him. And then a couple days later, that dude ends up dead and tortured.
Tortured and dead? Just chronologically, I feel like you would torture a person before killing them.
Yeah, for sure, which I get that if you're looking at it chronologically. However, I would assume that you would notice that they're dead first and then be like, and it looks like they were tortured too. But I guess it depends on the severity of the torture as well. So, his partner in the pharmacy had enough and backs out of working with him because all of the gang wars McAfee got into. She accuses of him essaying her, to which he fervently denies. And said at one point that basically, like, she doesn't see any good in the world. She's just a horrible person, and she's going to take any opportunity that she can. Like, she's gross and blah, blah, blah. At one point, she actually, like, locked herself into the lab, claiming that she was attempting to keep him away from her. The Belize government raids the compound under an accusation of manufacturing some Walter White substances, little Breaking Bad substances, right? And they actually find nothing in there. So they were fully convinced you don't have that kind of, you don't have a compound like that type of security, those type of armed guards, blah, blah, blah. Only a crazy person would have all that if they weren't manufacturing something illegal. They go in there and they don't find any bad stuff like that.
Really? How do they not find anything?
I mean, when you got that kind of money, people can just walk away.
Yeah.
But also, I doubt it. And the reason that I say that is because of the absolute animosity between the Belize government and John McAfee, and it was mutual. And there's more to that as well.
Yeah, I guess if someone's pockets are bulging with cash, their vision gets a little bit blurry.
Now it's 2012, and John McAfee ends up having a neighbor named Gregory Faull. Gregory Faull is also an expat like McAfee, moved from the States down to there, okay? And Gregory Faull does not like the fact that McAfee has a pack of dogs on his property that he basically just lets run free. They're barking all the time. Gregory Faull files a complaint with the police. He says his dogs won't shut up. He's got armed guards outside walking around with assault rifles, and he said that too many vehicles were going in and out of there. There has to be drugs in there, right? So they got beef. 4 of McAfee's dogs end up dead, and 2 of them were ruled to have been killed with poison tortillas.
Oh, as you do.
I feel like I went a little Jesse Ventura there. With poison tortillas. I'm just asking questions. Why is it so weird they got poison tortillas? Anyway, sorry about that, folks.
None of you deserved that.
We'll clean it up in post. So all of a sudden, McAfee's dogs are dead. Okay. McAfee supposedly, allegedly said, the next morning, Gregory Faull is found with
very dead
9mm hole in his head and lead poisoning. He left this timeline at about 1,600 foot per second. I guess we could say it like that.
Yeah. Not by his own accord.
No, an accord of about 9mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps suggested by another.
Yeah. McAfee completely denies the accusation and even did podcasts stating his theories on what really happened.
Oh my. This sounds very David Starr Jordan from last week.
But wait, there's more. So, there's a couple different things about this. McAfee ends up putting out a reward for $25,000 to catch the killer who killed Gregory Faull. Okay. Now, here's some information. So one of his workers claims that McAfee approached him about handling the situation with the neighbor, right? And there was a whole news crew journalist, CBC or something like that. Whatever, you can reverse that in post.
Sure.
So that they don't give us a cease and desist. However, somebody went down there and basically was like, hey, we want to film this documentary on what's going on here, or news story or whatever. Guy goes, yep, hey, this is what happened. It was definitely McAfee. Terrible guy. Can I get my money, please? And they paid him, I think it was $4,000 or something like that, to do this interview and claim this salacious accusations, right? And a month later, he ends up in a video with McAfee, and he's just like, nah, that it didn't happen. I made that up. They basically were pushing me to say that. John McAfee's a great man. Thanks, John McAfee. Right.
So very believable.
Right. So also, I'd just like to say real quick, John McAfee, if you're out there, bud, hit us up on the email. We'd love to have you on. This is the way for you to make your triumphant return. But what are you saying, Eddie? I thought John McAfee was gone. More to come. Are you tired of big corporations farming you for views? So are we. We're just two poor guys that are trying to put together a podcast. So if you can give us some help by doing a like, share, comment, subscribe, or save, it helps us trend in the algorithms. Thanks.